This is episode 5 of The Watchers. The subject is disclosure. The idea is simple. The idea is also hard. Disclosure may not be our choice to make. The facts are building slowly, piece by piece. The evidence is growing steadily, day by day. Something else, something beyond our control, may be forcing the truth out into the open. It feels less like a decision we are making, and more like a reality we are being forced to accept. The narrative is no longer one we can fully direct or contain within the old walls of secrecy. The story is writing itself. For many years, people talked about UFOs in whispers. They were secrets kept in locked files. They were spoken of in hushed tones. They were the domain of fringe speculation. That time is ending. Now the whispers are growing into public conversations. People in positions of power are speaking with new words, using new terminology. Official documents are changing. Videos captured on phones are shared across the globe in seconds. Radar files that once moved from private rooms to secure servers now find their way into public view. This is not a random series of disconnected events. This is a slow, deliberate opening. We are witnessing a structural change. The very walls of denial are giving way under a persistent, measured pressure. The old explanations no longer hold. The official dismissals ring hollow. Each new piece of data, each new credible witness adds another crack to the facade. The process is gradual, but its direction is clear. It moves toward a state of acknowledgement we cannot reverse. We are not just discussing possibilities anymore. We are observing a tangible shift in what is known and what is admitted. The world is being shown a series of facts that it cannot easily undo. The story has escaped the confines of classified reports and entered the public record. Whistleblowers are a powerful part of this change. These are not anonymous sources with vague claims. They are people who worked inside the system. Pilots, intelligence officers, defense contractors. They saw things they could not explain. They handled materials they were told did not exist. Then they made a choice. They chose to speak. They decided to tell the public what they knew. This act is not a simple one. They risked careers, reputations, and personal safety. Their testimony is an act of courage that demands our attention. Their voices matter profoundly. When a trained military pilot, a respected scientist, or a high-ranking government worker speaks, people listen. Their words carry unique weight. They know official protocols. They know a known craft from an anomaly. Their testimony moves the subject into national security and scientific inquiry. A decorated naval aviator reports a strange object's behavior during a routine training exercise, moving in ways that defy known physics and aerodynamics. It can hover motionless, then accelerate to hypersonic speeds in an instant, and make sharp, right-angle turns with no loss of momentum. No visible propulsion, no wings, no expected heat signature. The pilot files an official report, data entering a formal system. It does not exist in a vacuum. It goes up the chain and to a specialized task force. If accurate, it becomes a problem hard to hide. Soon, other pilots from other squadrons report similar events. A pattern emerges. The accounts corroborate. Multiple advanced sensors observe a recurring phenomenon. The sheer volume makes dismissal difficult. The pile too large to ignore. Leaks operate on a different principle, changing the entire game in a single moment. It starts with a single file, a targeting pod video or a classified document, appearing online. It spreads faster than any official response can contain it. Millions see it within hours. Plausible denial collapses. The evidence enters the public domain, to be analyzed, debated, preserved. A leak provides an answer, or a piece of one, without permission, upsetting cover stories and forcing rapid responses. Yesterday's leaks could be buried. Today they become persistent, loud questions in public memory. Raw, multi-sensor footage, and when authenticity is confirmed, the debate shifts from, are they real, to what are they? One leak may be an accident. A series suggests intent. Each builds a mosaic of evidence, shifting power from institutions to information. The truth gets out, one file at a time. Narrator. Next, look at the way governments talk about this subject. Narrator. The language is shifting in a fundamental way. Narrator. For decades, swamp gas, weather balloons, no comment, no evidence of anything extraordinary, ridicule and silence. Narrator. That era of outright denial is fading. Narrator. The tone is markedly different. Narrator. The words have changed, and that change matters. Narrator. Official reports, task forces, hearings, public and classified. These are not cosmetic acts. Narrator. They alter the record and signal a new posture. Narrator. The record now cautiously admits something is happening we do not understand. Narrator. The system reacts to pressure from the evidence. Narrator. The term UAP is clinical, neutral, freeing discussion from stigma. Narrator. When reports state some UAP demonstrate advanced technology, it is a monumental admission. Narrator. Acknowledging objects that outperform our capabilities legitimizes study. Narrator. Language evolution reflects deeper policy shifts. Narrator. Institutions are grappling with a reality they can no longer deny, shifting from "it's not real" to "we are studying it." Narrator. Pilots can file without fear. Agencies must collect and analyze. Narrator. This language doesn't answer everything, but it validates the question. Powerful and irreversible. Narrator. Data is everywhere now. Narrator. The proliferation of technology turned the planet into a vast sensor network. Narrator. High-res smartphones, commercial and hobby drones, advanced camera systems on ships, airliners, and military jets. Narrator. Radar installations constantly log anomalies in air and space. Narrator. Rows of evidence grow daily, exponentially, overwhelming secrecy. Narrator. One blurry image is easy to doubt. 1,000 similar ones from many sources are not. Narrator. With tens of thousands of data points, patterns emerge. Appearance, flight dynamics, behavior. Narrator. The accumulation makes the phenomenon hard to write off as noise. Narrator. Control used to mean controlling a few files. Today, the data is decentralized. Narrator. It comes from civilian pilots, amateur astronomers, commercial satellites, and soldiers in the field. Narrator. Multiple angles, synchronized timelines, cover stories falter. Narrator. Beyond grainy photos, now high-fidelity IR, precise radar, EM signatures. Narrator. Radar matches video. Infrared aligns with eyewitness, a multi-sensor confirmation that is hard to refute. Narrator. The data itself is making the case for its own reality. Narrator. Whether institutions are ready or not, the evidence compels the conversation forward. We must ask a fundamental question. Why is all of this happening now? Why whistleblowers? Why leaks? Why the dramatic change in official language? Why the accelerating data? One possible answer is simple, stark, and unsettling. The phenomenon itself may be forcing disclosure. Its actions create a trail of evidence that cannot remain hidden forever. Presence and behavior out there are driving this unfolding revelation. The objects are not just passively existing. They act in ways that leave proof. Appearing in sensitive military airspace, they force responses from advanced defense systems. Tracked on multiple sensors simultaneously, creating undeniable datasets, witnessed by our most trained observers. Imagine an object deliberately flying close to a carrier strike group. Its presence triggers protocol. Jets are scrambled, sensors activated, reports filed. The event imprints itself into official systems. Now imagine it happens repeatedly, in different parts of the world. The phenomenon is not hiding. It engages with assets, generating irrefutable evidence. It forces our hand, making us document it through our own procedures. This changes our perspective, not merely uncovering hidden history. We are participants in a process driven by an external intelligence, acting with its own purpose, on its own timeline, creating conditions for its own discovery. Disclosure may not be a political decision. It may be a reality imposed by the phenomenon itself. Section 7. The network of corroboration. Picture a vast growing network. human witnesses, technical instruments, spanning the globe, recording strange events hour by hour. Some are fleeting, others dramatic and sustained, seen by dozens, tracked for an hour. Multiple angles, more nodes, records travel, pilot to pilot, civilian to newsroom, scientist to conference, then to lawmakers, then the public. Circulation creates pressure, political, legal, forcing agencies to act. The mindset shifts from "only a few can know" to "the truth belongs to everyone." Whistleblowers, leaks, official reports, and data are linked, feeding each other, accelerating momentum. Risk and resolve. Whistleblowers face attacks, lost careers, turmoil. Yet integrity becomes part of the story. Institutional inertia resists change, but evidence shifts opinion and landscape. Momentum takes on a life of its own. Too much info, too many credible voices. The system nears a tipping point. If the phenomenon drives disclosure, it shapes how we see it. The next step may not be a document. It may be a demonstration. Many imagine a message. But first contact could be an event, an undeniable, globally witnessed act that shatters assumptions and forces the world to react.